Hi there, Sagittarius. Thank you for joining me for your weekly forecast for week commencing the 5th of October. Your trailblazing ruling planet of Jupiter forges an amazing link with Pluto this week. This, of course, is ongoing, and it is an opportunity to expand, to reach the highest of your potential. But it's not going to happen if you don't negotiate well some of the pitfalls that this week does set up, and there are quite a few. The week begins with Mercury continuing to track backwards. It does actually forge a very positive link with Saturn on Monday, and Saturn now in your sign therefore can help you to organise your thinking when it comes to some future plans. But between then and Friday it is still going backwards. So it may be that some of the things that you're aiming towards, for whatever reason, don't turn out to happen, and you may have to be fairly flexible at times this week to deal with this. Also, Mars, which is soared to the most self-confident part of your scope, is clashing with Neptune. This is a very draining influence and can actually sap all the self-confidence out of Mars. And it's therefore important to understand that if you have unrealistic expectations, or you don't have expectations that can be reinforced with a secure foundation at the bottom of them, they could soon fall over. Someone may feel that you're deluding yourself, that you're painting your hopes too high, and you need to just be a little bit more realistic. Might they have a point? Only you could tell. Also, Saturn in your sign is clashing broadly with Venus for much of this week. But then, by Friday, Venus relocates into your 10th solar house, joining up with Mars and Jupiter, but is in an exact right angle with Saturn. The suggestion here is that if there is a relationship where you're involved with some kind of battle for power, it doesn't necessarily have to be a personal one. It could be one at work. It could be with a friend, but something may have to give. Someone may have to give way a little bit and be a bit more flexible. Or a tie could come to a shuddering halt. And in a romantic context, if it's serious enough, when Mars and Neptune are in opposition, and when that can create a lot of confusion, and Venus and Saturn are squaring, it could point towards a complete end. So it just depends on your unique circumstances. But you do need to stay very sensitive. So although the Sun and also Mercury on paper are in the part of your horoscope that can help you to be optimistic and hopeful for the future, you have to also negotiate these hurdles. And the final hurdle is the Sun's right angle with Pluto itself, suggesting that whatever those big goals that Jupiter and Pluto are conjuring up in your mind and your ambition to try and go and achieve, there may be a scenario where if you go for it, you may lose out financially, but you'll do something that's satisfying, pleasurable or enjoyable, or you can get the loot and do something you don't really enjoy at all. So you may find yourself with some choices, but not necessarily easy choices to decide. In some way or another, you may feel you lose out either way. Yet by Friday, although Venus is being challenged by Saturn, Mercury does go forwards, and of course that's always very helpful. And perhaps by the end of this week, if you can negotiate those more personal situations which do require you to be realistic about those goals, you can start to see traction coming through once more. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.